Yeah.
Okay.
Let me do it like this. Hold on.
What's going?
We right now.
Okay. What's going on, family? How y'all doing? Good. We're glad you're here. We're glad we could join you all. My apologies for my tardiness, but it's school teacher deal, and it's getting near the end of the marking period semester. So we're gonna have these meetings and get all of this paperwork together for these report cards and all this other wonderful stuff. So it's a couple minutes late, but I think 45 minutes is enough
Sure.
time today in order to set up
Sunday show.
Sunday show. Oh yeah, wait a minute. Maria Carter. She live here, don't she?
Yeah, that's cause family. That's family.
Yeah, okay. Because there's supposed to be something going on with somebody I ain't never heard of. And that ain't new. So don't take it, like I know all of these people. I don't. The Sixth Ward Congress, Congress, Sixth Ward council person is supposed to be having some sort of meeting at 5:30.
And we didn't even get in 810 and get invited, sap sucker.
Right. Well, you ain't gonna get an invitation, bro. Because I'm gonna tell you. I'm telling you how this is getting ready to go. I know that's your girl. I already know. But I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna go.
Break it down.
I'm letting y'all know right now. Hold on one second. Excuse me, fam.
Hold on, I'll mute this.
Yes,
We back.
Yeah, it's one of my young people that I tutor his son. So we still digging it in. What was I saying?
How this thing gonna go?
Oh, so this is now. I don't know since brother Uncle Mick then dragged me into some politics. All right, and the idea of this citizens council, and it's not. I want to be clear. This is not the same thing that the citizens council down south with the Klan and all those rednecks was talking about. No offense, but I'm just still letting y'all know that ain't what we talking about. But what I want us to be able to, what I would like to do is not only analyze what they're talking about, but also be able to interview them and ask questions about what it is that their policies and politics are. I don't know who this person is. They're supposed to be having a meet and greet. Why? And the other part about that is he's not even, I don't care whether he's Islamic or not, but I'm trying to remember where he's from. Maybe Indian. So, what benefit are we going to receive from what this show is supposed to be? Not this show, but what this show about having this person here is about. Or even when we have meetings, and see, this is the crazy part that kind of bothers me, is they have meetings at like 3:00. Today is 5:30 to 7:30 or 5:30 to 8:30, whatever, and it's at the Ferris wheel. But you didn't. I got a text about it, right? And I'll see if I can find it. And they asked where you coming, and they sent the return text, asked if you go, can you register to show up, whatever, RSVP, whatever you want to call it. But let us be very clear, ladies and gentlemen. The only people, let me back this statement up. Business runs the government. I want y'all to sit in that now. Okay. Business runs the government. Business runs the educational system. Remember, I talked a couple of days ago, or the last time we're together, that if you don't have Russia launching Sputnik 1 or Sputnik 2, then you don't have the billions of dollars that the government pumps into the school systems to push science and mathematics, which is where you get STEM from, right? And now they're trying to add art and make it STEAM, which is art is art. Art is something different. But that doesn't mean you don't draw things, right? So let's be clear about that. 1957, the Russians launched Sputnik. I want to say Sputnik 1. And it goes in the suborbit of the Earth. The United States government was like, nope, we can't have that. So billions of dollars were pumped in the school system. Billions of dollars was pumped into NASA. Billions of dollars was pumped in. Hey, look, we got it. Now we developing these high-tech schools, MIT, Stanford, close schools on the East Coast, that had already been established. So we getting different parts of, Harvard that's doing this, and we getting other Ivy League schools popping up that they getting a grab of this money in order to produce these students that are going out here with the engineering and the mathematics and all this other stuff. Now, the crazy part is, if we look at what happened in NASA, the Redstone program doesn't work unless you have 4 women.
What was the name?
Hidden Figures.
Facts.
You have 4 women with no computers. The greatest computer that we have sits between your ears. It processes data way faster than any computer can ever do. And yet we don't use it because they told us this other thing is more important.
Because you got to think, you the one invented the computer.
You invented the computer. There's a binary system that's 40,000 years old that they found in Africa that was marked on a bone called Ishangi bone that shows a binary system of counting. Now, President Nixon made it very clear that certain parts of the government were for sale, especially the Supreme Court. So when we have all of these people talking about they want to run, and I know y'all, where's my man at? Man, you got to get your paperwork. Maybe a little bit later, because I need to learn the lay of the land. But also I'm very, very clear that politics and business make strange bedfellows.
Facts.
Okay. Have known that for a long time by just watching politics. Business runs everything. If we think that if the Senate and the Congress wanted to get rid of Trump, they would have a long time ago. They would have a long time ago. Somebody's making big, crazy money off of it. If the mayor was not, so he's just a mouthpiece. If the mayor was really mayoring, but it ain't even a real word, it's made up. So they put it in your dictionary. If the mayor was mayoring and the council people was counseling, then guess what? We ain't got no issues. But they can't. The little budget that they get to sit up there every day or twice a week to make decisions, those decisions are not based upon the needs of the resident. Those decisions are based upon the needs of the business that are around them.
Facts. All you gotta do is go see where the money.
Where they money coming in at? Where they money coming in at? If they money's coming in from not the city council budget, but from somewhere else. Oh, we got a business in the 2nd Ward. We got a business in the 8th Ward. We got a business. Guess who? And especially if it's a big business.
Right.
That's who's paying and filling up there, making sure that they bills paid and they can travel or whatever they want to do. And that's across the board. So while we sit here and say, what the mayor can do, the mayor can't do shit. His hands tied. Right. So even with the brother that got elected in New York, 800,000 residents left on the day of his election. Just up and left. 800,000 people left in New York. All because they were electing this person who was a person of color that they didn't want to be governed over. But once again, he ain't govern nothing because he gonna make little social policies, which is all they really can do. But at the end of the day, big decisions get made by business.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, but that's how you got Ashley Capital.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And
Lear.
Yeah, Lear.
Okay. And then you talk about somebody told me they dealing with somebody that got a $600 million project. Okay. I don't know who that was or who the project is, but if you know about it, then guess what? They filling your refrigerator up.
Yeah.
So if you know about it, they filling your refrigerator up. The only thing you got to do, you got to play nice with them because you're in bed with them.
Facts. I mean, because you got to understand this big business going on.
Yes,
they not moving millions of dollars at downtown. We be sitting up here laughing. That money getting pushed through. Either you gonna get with the program,
or you not.
Or they gonna get you out. Y'all, you heard what Eric May said. The dark literature ain't it's really not no dark literature. Just you don't know who paying for to put all this stuff out, but you kind of do.
Right.
But people would be like scared to say who it is because they know they don't want repercussions.
Right. So therefore, you either play the game or you get out. That's it. It's real simple. The issue that I have is I don't play games like that.
Yeah.
I don't play games like that. I don't play to sacrifice people. Right?
Facts.
I'm not one of those teachers or persons. Well, if you save only one, we hear that bullshit all the time as teachers. If you just save one child. What the fuck? I ain't Sally Struthers, goddamn it. What the fuck is you talking about?
Yeah, if you say, we want to save all of them. What's the
parable? You want to save all of them.
Well, Jesus say he'll lead the 99 to go get the one.
Right.
You know why? Because the 99, they all in the same, they on the same program. It's the one that he got to go get.
Just the one he got to go get.
Yeah, but see, people don't look at that. They'd be like, we just get that one. They don't even have the other 99 together. They be scattered.
Right. So their thing is, those teachers, now you focused on one instead of the 100 that's come through your doors, or the thousands in some cases that have come through your doors since you've been in the classroom. How fair is that? So that means to tell me if I had to choose only one, I got 3 children, I got to pick one. No, they all gonna get it. Now, what they decide to do with it, I have nothing to do with, especially after they reach a certain age and a certain level of maturity. But you feed them all the same, even if that means pinching their nose and opening their mouth. Here's the medicine. It don't taste good, but it ain't about it good. It's how good it tastes. It's about the fact that, thank you, baby. We appreciate that. It's about the fact that you gave them the medicine. All medicine don't taste good. All food don't taste good.
Facts.
But if we eat it, that means we're still trying to be healthy.
Right.
Right? We take the medicine, man, I don't like the way he was talking to me. So we're more concerned about that than we are about the fact that I understood the message. And the message in politics is this: business runs everything. We can talk about the president when Obama was president. He wasn't running a damn thing. He was already given a script about what he would do. And he did that. He followed the script because that's what he's supposed to do. Get rid of Gaddafi, allow gay marriage, do what else? He released a couple of other people's family members that was in jail and they're locked up. And I'm not trying to be offensive. So don't take it that way, because I know somebody will. Well, he said that we have to get out of here. It's not about that. Because that group had an agenda based upon the civil rights movement from the 50s. Go look it up. They wrote a manifesto in 1955, and they implemented it in 1971. They started that ideology in England about what they were going to do and how they were going to attach it to any place that they were in the world. So go look it up for yourself. And I'm not trying to offend anybody, but those are the things that he did. Where black folks thought he was going to do something for black people. No, white folks wasn't going to let that happen. How in the world you going to be the so-called most powerful man in the world and you got a lady pointing her finger in your face? Right playing wrong, man.
Yeah, but, and I'm going to say this, and I know I don't want to offend nobody, but that was that because who I am, I could do this. You talk about the president, right? When the finger got put in the face. Because she feel she can do that. This is a black man.
He's a black man.
Let's be honest. And did I send you that? I showed you that about that little back and forth, that little, what's the name? See, that stuff is really here, and we have to be honest. See, we don't be having honest conversations about how racism is affecting a lot of things, from our schooling to the way we living. You know what I'm saying? Even come down to this water. Right. If you don't think this got racism written over it, you know what? I'm just not gonna say racism, but it's a money thing.
Well, it's both and, right? So so if we want to talk about another conspiracy, really? So the big business was in 1934, they injected 100 black men with syphilis, saying that they gave them something about against smallpox or whatever. And of course, the men didn't know. They didn't stop that experiment until 1974. So they watched them for 42 years until they came out about what happened. Families got infected. Babies died. Deformities took place. And they just let it go head on and go on. Pastor Nicholas, appreciate you being here. Thank you. And thank you all for showing up today. Okay, so we have to really be clear, and that's what people. Why don't black men go to the doctor? We don't know what the hell y'all gonna do. You could tell us, man, we just going over there to clean your fingernails. Next thing I know, my hand fall off.
Yeah, I mean, they don't want to see. We don't want to be honest. Why, like you say, why some be scared to go? Because they didn't seen these things that went on. And then sometimes you'll be wondering, like, are they even checking you right?
Right. But if you know and you become knowledgeable, then you can go, you might have a better way. Because that was one thing about my sister. Like, I knew everything about her case. So you wasn't just going to come in here and do this or do that or do the other. You're going to know. We asking questions about it. And a lot of times, people don't think to know, what do I research? Well, I'm supposed to have a hip replacement. Let's just say. And I know it's not off topic, but it is, but it's not. But what are you replacing it with? What kind of materials? What are the side effects? Ask these questions. Do some research and ask these questions instead of watching Netflix and chilling with your ass hurting. You know what I'm saying? You got to just take some time. So, okay, I'm going to get a shot. What's that shot for? What does it do? What's it got in it? I want the whole, give me everything about whatever it is, whatever medicine. I want to be able to, let me look at the fact sheet.
No, I agree with you.
And we don't do that. We just take it.
Yeah, no, because, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not going to say what it is, but that's how, like, with my doctor, like, I remember I ended up, I had to switch doctors because at the time everybody was pushing the miracle thing.
Right.
I didn't take it. My household, we didn't take it.
Right.
We went far as a holistic way with everything. And I didn't caught it about 4 or 5 times. I'm not going to lie to you. The whole household caught. I think me and my son was probably the ones was the sickest. But now, catch colds 2 or 3 days, be down. I'm all right. Because you know what I'm saying? And because I wouldn't, like, you're not gonna force this on me. See, I like doctors who would tell you, like, some things you can do natural. We shouldn't have to do this. I don't just want no doc. Let me give you this, because what they fail to, what they fail to tell us is this. a lot of stuff you don't like. Just give you an example, like high blood pressure, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's things that you can do to try to prevent it. I'm not saying some stuff you can kind of prevent it, you can get it under control, but you know what we do? We won't change our lifestyle, our eating habits.
Number one, right off the rip, what you put in your mouth affects your blood pressure. It affects, because sometimes we just throw a little extra salt on it for a little bit of flavor, extra flavor. Well, sometimes the body needs the salt.
Facts.
Right? Mm-hmm. Sometimes I've even learned that if sometimes you cramp, this one may be potassium. Mm-hmm. The other thing may be magnesium. Mm-hmm. Another thing is your blood pressure's low. Mm-hmm. So in order to raise your blood pressure up to stop the cramp, you take your little salt. Okay, I know this wasn't supposed to be healthy stuff, but this is the point. Yeah. But I had to research it in order to find that out, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And
2 minutes, I'm gonna call you right back.
And it's no knock. I'm just saying, but look how you take this medicine and you be wondering why. You can eat this, but that medicine only covering it. It's only for so long. But instead of you saying, listen, let me, because they don't tell you this when they say the fine print. If you take this for so long, it might blow, it might mess your kidneys up. See, then you got to take a pill for your kidneys then got messed up from this. You down there before you know it, you on down there 10 of different medicines in your cabinet when you could have just cut away this, stop doing this, go walk for life. I'm just saying it's so many stuff that we could do.
But because big business, right? This goes back to politics. Mm-hmm. We have one of the largest pharmacies in Michigan, mm-hmm. right over there on South Saginaw. Diplomat Pharmacy. It's business. Mm-hmm. I think it's considered a being burden, but it's business. If people did natural things, which is where they get it from in the first place, then we wouldn't need Diplomat Pharmacy or Myers Pharmacy or Walgreens Pharmacy or whatever, because it's a health, I don't care system. It's not to make you healthy, right? I understand that, Brother Kenneth, but here's the other part about that. You can, and it's not to say that, you gotta go get a chicken that's supposedly grown this way versus Tyson. Tyson's chickens may not be, and you got a family of 6 that you're trying to feed. That's understood. What vegetables are you putting with it? What fruit are you eating with it?
When you take meat out of it.
Or you can become a vegetarian or a vegan and take meat out of it.
I'm saying not eating meat every day.
Right.
I'm just saying sometimes you might have to say pull back. We have meat probably twice a week, right, instead of 5 days a week. Right. You know what I'm saying? To kind of, and then you know what I'm saying, not the way you study putting all this poison in your body where your body get a chance to break it down.
Right. So there's that, right? So all of that's tied into business and politics. You go to the doctor and there's somebody in there, a rep, waiting to see if they can sell this new pill. Mm-hmm. Not to cure anything, though. Mm-hmm. It's never about a cure. It's never, because if with the bio industry, mm-hmm. you got Henrietta Lacks, mm-hmm. that they still use her cells and turned into a multi-trillion-dollar business enterprise. And the first cells from her cervix have never died, and she died in 1956. But they did the biopsy and took her cells, and then took her uterus in 55. Then that means that you have a cure, but you don't want to cure it because it don't make no money. If you cure stuff, it don't make no money. So even when we talking about politics, right? The politician's job, unfortunately, lately has become it's a lie. It's a lie. Because they can't say that I'm going to do these great things for the people, because if they do so, then business is no longer needed. But business push money in order to make it function, right? So just imagine if every citizen was a law-abiding citizen, then what would happen to the police department? What would happen to the judges and the lawyers and the prosecuting attorneys and the jails and all? They would become empty businesses.
Right.
They would no longer be needed. But what you do, or the system is done, and the system is working perfectly as it's designed to do.
Yeah.
And I think that that's the part that people don't get. Even the politicians, they're part of the system that has worked. So it don't matter. At the end of the day, let's say Neely lose to whoever. Mm-hmm. They'll find somebody else in there. You're going to do the same thing.
Facts.
Now, you may not do it the way he's done it. Mm-hmm. You may not do it the way Coleman Young did it, or Kwame Kilpatrick or whatever, but you're still going to do what we say.
Yeah, it's going to play within the money going to still go where it's supposed to go.
Right. And you're going to play within the rules that we tell you that you got to play.
And then you'll be able to get your people who back you. You'll be able to get them. Make sure they get a few, few here and there.
Because if not, then you got somebody blowing the whistle, being a whistleblower saying, well, give them their cut so they don't mess your game up.
Yeah, because eventually, they're gonna get this thing together.
Oh, for sure, they got to.
Yeah, they're gonna get it together, but they're trying to squeeze all they can get out of it right now.
Yeah, but that's across the board. That's that, and it doesn't matter who it is, And maybe I'm just such an honest person that I'm not interested in giving that up yet. Period. I'm not, interested in saying, I want to be part of this. Let me get paid too. I don't not know, because ain't no honest day's work in it. Or if I do get paid, I'm still gonna work for the people like I'm supposed to, because that's who I am. That's what I do anyway. But we have to get out of these notions that money doesn't play a part. So what's the point of running? What's the point of being a council person? Well, even in schools, what's the point? You see in school, it's probably the most honest thing in schools. We running for student council.
Yeah.
Because there ain't no money involved.
Right.
And they really want to do better for the student body. But could you imagine then, okay, well, now I might want to do this for real in my real life.
Yeah.
No, bro, it's dirty once you get out there.
Because you see who you got to work for. It's big business.
You got to work for big business.
Yeah.
And they're going to demand some things. And once you say no, well, you know what? We'll come back. We'll let you have your no because you're such a righteous person, brother.
Yeah. They'll wait. They'll wait till that election. Okay. Yeah. 2026 is coming.
Yeah.
You might have held us up for a little bit, but did you really hold them up?
No. You just made them take a different avenue.
Yeah, and then you will notice, okay, we'll find somebody. We'll find somebody to look like you and put them in this seat. That's why I be meaning when I say they gonna keep them 5 to 6 votes to get stuff they need to be passed the way they won't pass. I don't give a fuck. I mean, give a care. Had to catch myself.
Man, he's such a righteous brother. I love it.
Because when those people come in with that money, you're going to sit down and talk to Ashley Capital.
Right.
You're going to sit down and talk to a Lear.
Right.
Because don't you supposed to be doing business for the city, for the residents?
And then for that, right? So like me, my position would be, since you're here and I got to talk to you, what is it that I'm giving my residents through, since you want me to work on your behalf? Mm-hmm. What am I getting from my residents on the other side of that? What am I getting for the people that I represent on the other side of that?
I mean, let's just use Lear for an example. You come in, you tell Lear, look, we at least want, and we got to be honest, the most you can say is we want 50% of the workforce to be from Flint.
And not just low-level workers. We want upper management too.
Yeah. But you got to have people that's negotiating for you, i.e. your council people. But what if they come back and say, well, we can't get 50% of the workers from Flint because, you know what I'm saying, they passing drug tests?
Well, then guess what you got to do to the workforce? Mm-hmm. You got to educate the workforce. Mm-hmm. And I was there when they did that, when Lear first opened. Mm-hmm. There are 4,000 people that come through there. 4,000. Mm-hmm. And people weren't smart enough to understand that I need to be clean before I went in here. And when they took the mouth swab, 3,700 people failed the test.
But they knowing this already.
Right.
That's what I'm saying with that. Like with the weed, you made it legal, right? They shouldn't be testing for that.
Yeah, they can.
I said they shouldn't. I mean, I'm just going by no, because alcohol wasn't legal at one. I mean, was illegal at one time. They're not checking you for that when you take a drug test.
No, because guess what? We tax it, and I make money off of it.
What they doing with weed? Tax it.
They tax
money
it
off of it,
and they right because Colorado taxes it at 25%. But here's the other part about that. Mm-hmm. If I'm getting federal monies, I can say, or if this is a federal, however the federal law comes in, I don't have to abide by that law. I can abide by this law.
Yeah.
This rule of law. This rule of law says I don't want it here, so when I catch you, you're fired. Mm-hmm. Just because it was done by this, the state said we can smoke. That's cool. Go ahead. The 89 days, and then on that 89 days, and on that 90th day, come here, let's go to the office. Mm-hmm. Oh, you're smoking, fired. What you mean? No. You didn't never read the contract. You just.
Oh, I'll do this. I'll give you 90 days to clean it up.
Oh, nope.
I'm just saying me. If I'm really finna come help this community and I'm trying to do this, I'm just saying me.
But see, you're talking about being a community business. Mm-hmm. We're talking about being a business that your upper management don't look like the population which you have your building in. That's number one. And you're also talking about another narrative that I can tell about the people that live here. Mm-hmm. Propaganda is, they working the hell out of that propaganda.
But, you supposed to do this, like say, you're a council people and y'all doing this negotiation and this coming, because the council know ahead of time when they finna come and start hiring. Why won't you get with your people in your wards? Hey, y'all need to start cleaning up who want jobs.
Yeah.
You got 90 days. This ain't on the business no more.
Right.
This on you got 90 days to clean up because this stuff is coming.
Because you got to make sure though that the council's on the same agenda and the same idea about the people, right? Mm-hmm. Even part of what we talk about every Sunday, when we talk about Black Watch, what do we say? They're not for the people.
Sure,
they're not for the people. And I know people are here, and I don't care, because if that's the case, then I don't have 3-4 trees down on Lynn Street.
Facts. In the valley.
Okay. I don't have 3 or 4 trees down there over there, because those trees have been come by somebody why they got a call. Because if you take your time, since you supposedly live over there now, and cruise through, you can see where the trees need. Let me make a phone call. Hey, come out here and get these trees up.
Either she not riding on that part.
She definitely ain't riding on that part. I'm sorry, I'm going to cut you off, but continue, please.
No, I'm just saying, that's the point I was making. She not riding through. You'd think a council person would be going through his whole ward.
Right. So, no, not at all. And it would be nice and righteous if they did so.
But that's what is the council person's job? When you want these people to vote for you, ain't she gonna be coming out over in that ward?
Nope, not over there where I'm at. She only gonna go to people that go to church with her.
Oh, she didn't come in that ward and campaign?
No, sir.
Wow.
No, sir. Not at all.
Wow.
Not at all.
Wow. So she was only for the side over there where the college at.
That side for the college, and a few people over there off of Kent and Gloucester. Yeah. I saw a few signs over there, because those are church member folk. I ain't get it. No, you can't put a sign in my yard, but you ain't come and talk to me. I see you, like I said, in the store and at the election. That's the only time. Wow. And I'm not saying you got to knock on my door. Right. I'm not saying none of that. But what I am saying is, I've been one of the longest living residents over there. since 67.
But when you want to be acquainted with the people in your ward,
no, because I don't care nothing about them because they don't mean nothing.
But if you was a council person, I know you would have walked.
Man, I'm already thinking about knocking on doors for this little organization we talking about.
I already know how you gonna be.
You already, hey, how y'all doing? This is what we doing. This is what we about. We need your support. Now here's something to read for you right here. And I'm gonna knock on the door. What is this for? I want us to be informed about who we're picking, and those people that whoever that is talking about running in our ward, we want to talk to you. Don't come up there thinking that we're not gonna talk to you, bro. Or I promise you we'll eliminate you. I promise you that, whoever you might be. You better make yourself available. This person has not. But whoever it is, if you beat her, if you don't be available, you won't be there. I mean that.
I can't wait till they do their meet and greets.
Yeah, and I don't want to hear because that can we gonna have these meetings where we can't ask no questions. I'm walking out before they throw me out. Last time I got thrown out. I need to be thrown out by somebody a little bit better qualified than that. Throw me out with somebody that got something worth me throwing out for.
So, I mean, but I thought that was poor taste though, because they don't want to hear from the residents. Like, how can y'all ask people to come vote for y'all, but then don't want to hear from the residents, not just from the ones who agree with you?
Right. Well, see, it was just supposed to be a meet and greet. Well, you should have said that, number one. But then why wouldn't you not have it open for people to be asked questions?
Right.
That's not a meet and greet. That's just get to know this is the face of your so-called elected officials or upcoming elected officials. Mm-hmm. Nobody wants to know. I don't care nothing about that. I want to talk to you.
Yeah. Don't I have the right to do that?
We should, but it depends upon who's running the forum. See, if you running the forum, I run the forum, the other part about that is they don't want no ambushes.
Yeah, they don't want that got you moment.
Damn, them
be fumbling up there.
Them two motherfuckers is here again.
Yeah, you don't want to get caught fumbling.
Right.
So what have you been? You know what I'm saying? How you feel about the water? See, they don't want to ask that. You gonna get in here and do this? You gonna be, the easiest question is you gonna be with the mayor? Anybody can say, no, I'm gonna be in. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? Anybody can tell you. I look at your actions.
Okay, but at the same time, if we're very clear that despite what it looks like, they're limited in power.
Facts.
Because business running.
Yeah.
And what was that one young lady that was on here, I think last summer, was talking about Mod and these other companies?
Oh, you talking about Taylor.
Yeah. Okay. She was on point about that. The more you think about it.
Yeah. She be
on
a lot of
they got to sit down and they got to bow down to these entities.
Facts.
They got to bow down to these entities. These are the ones that run stuff. These are the ones that are in charge of things. These are the ones that's going to say what you can and cannot do, what's going to pass. No different than when Obama was elected president. They already had a script for him. Yeah, here, you got to kill Gaddafi. You got to let this gay marriage happen. And you got to let some other stuff happen. We'll let you do that because that's really not going to affect anything. But you think you're going to do something for 47 million people? That's not going to happen.
See, that's the only thing I disagree when they try to put the Western lifestyle on top of, like the Muslim countries. If this what they're against, that's their religion. You can't go, and when they say, we're going to put democracy on it, because we go back and watch what Saddam Hussein was saying. Mm-hmm. Not that I agree with him or not, but I'm just saying he didn't want his country to adapt to the Western, and you cannot be mad at that. And I think that's what we get. Like sometimes we get like we think our lifestyle is the best, like because you can do what you want to do here. Sometimes don't get me wrong, I want freedom because we ain't never had it. You know what I'm saying? Right. I do want it, but we can't keep putting our way of life on other people who have been living like this for thousands of years, is the point I was trying to make.
Well, but see, here's the thing. Western civilization, Western culture has done nothing but impose its ideals and idea way of living on anybody. Period. That's it. That's all it's ever done. Even with George Washington, before he left office in 1797, said we should take care of what's going on in the borders first. Mm-hmm. And as soon as he left office, the first place they went to was Poland. That's the first place they went to go help out. And before he died, he was like, I've been opposing that. But what they've been, man, you dead, you out of here. Or he wasn't dead, but you out of the office. We're going to do what we want to do.
Right.
And then after that we're going back to England and help our colonizers. What did England do? India, Australia, other places in Africa, Kenya, Nigeria, China. 2025, they're supposed to Hong Kong was supposed to be given back to China.
China, right.
But you had it since the 1870s, making money off of it.
That's when there's on that opioid.
That's in the opium wars and all that.
Opium, yeah.
Yeah, that was started by the British.
Yeah, there's on that op. That's when the mouse told him he gave him so much time to get off drugs.
That's right. Yeah, but he comes later in the 50s.
Yeah,
but look at what they had done them though. Yeah. Look at how they had done it. Look at how England had done. Yeah, you be careful. Look at how England had done China over all of these years. Look how England had done Australia after all of these years. Mm-hmm. Kenya, Nigeria, a few other countries along the east coast of Africa. Mm-hmm. Over all these years.
Yeah.
And so we have to be clear, man, these are business moves.
Facts.
Even political moves are business moves.
Facts.
And they're not personal business. They're big business that either you come on over here or we,
you don't. You know what it is.
You know what it is. Yeah, either at worst, you'll just never be elected again.
Facts.
That's the worst thing that'll happen.
Yeah.
Or the best thing that happened. The worst thing that happened is
take your life.
Night.
Yeah. You know that we can get some money, but we just need you to vote this way.
You got to make sure that we get this thing this way.
Yeah.
And people got to wake up and understand. It is never, ever, ever about conforming and just don't say anything. We can't do that. I'm definitely not talking about getting another pair of shoes and walking. I ain't doing that.
Fact.
Not wearing out no shoes.
It's all about the economic. Yeah.
It's all about, and the economics have to be spread to everybody.
Right.
Now, if they don't want it, that's on them. It's got to be spread to everybody.
It was a reason when they called the the Berlin Conference when they were talking about splitting up Africa.
Yeah, the Berlin Conference of 1884 or 85. Yep. There are these countries who were just at war and getting ready to be at war again in 1911. Who going to take what? What resources they got? Well, how did they find out they had resources? Well, guess what? Your missions and your missionaries. Got to understand, they wasn't in there talking about bringing the people to Jesus.
Yeah, you got a point there.
The whole point of the mission was find out what they had that we could exploit. That's what business is.
Yeah. I agree with you.
All right, fam. We appreciate y'all showing up. It's 6 o'clock. We got another show coming up on here in a few minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much for your time. And hopefully this little conversation went well with your dinner. And if not, make it happen. And we love y'all, and we'll see you on Sunday.
Peace.
Peace.